This is the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
Relevant Radio family, we continue to pray for the health and the recovery of the Holy Father, Pope Francis, who has been showing further slight improvement yesterday, but his prognosis is still reserved as he continues treatment on this 14th day in Rome's Gemelli Hospital. Now, almost 5 years ago, during the COVID pandemic, Pope Francis prayed for the world's healing. Now, the world is praying for him. For the third consecutive night, thousands gathered in St. Peter's Square in Rome to pray the rosary for Pope Francis. It was a beautiful, beautiful sight. There's so many people united in prayer, not only in Rome, but also all around the world and right here on Relevant Radio during the Family Rosary across America, as well, praying for the complete recovery of the Holy Father. Let's bring in Glen. Hey, Glen, what is the latest on the health of Pope Francis here this hour on this Thursday morning?
Well, John, kind of steady as she goes there. The Holy See Press Office says the Pope slept well during the night and is now resting. After breakfast, he continued his treatment, sitting in his armchair, so able to sit upright still. He's been informed of the many initiatives to pray for him and still remains in good spirits. The Jubilee audience, though, for Saturday has been canceled. His condition said to be slightly improved over the past 24 hours. The mild kidney insufficiency observed in recent days had subsided, according to that statement, too. A chest CT scan carried out Tuesday night showed a normal progression of the lung inflammation, and blood tests from yesterday confirmed that improvement. He remains on high-flow oxygen therapy, but as of last night, had not experienced any asthma-like respiratory crises, which was the problem last Saturday that got things real serious. So looks like, again, another good night for the Holy Father, and steady as she goes.
And as the Vatican has been reporting, the Holy Father, even while he's been in the hospital, has been able to do a little bit of work and make some phone calls to parishes. He even took time to write a letter to a grieving mother that has surfaced, in which he says, quote, "Jesus who weeps with us will sow in our hearts all the answers we seek." The Holy Father writing to a mother of a 21-year-old son who never returned home after an evening out back in 2019. And so even in the hospital, he's taking time on a personal basis to write letters to grieving mothers. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is great. Again, what a great example of, thinking outside of yourself, not just being focused on yourself, but thinking of others, as we are all called to do.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mentioned there at the beginning, that we're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of the start of the pandemic. And who could ever forget those images of Pope Francis all by himself there in St. Peter's Square in front of the crucifix, praying for the world, praying for healing during such a difficult time for everybody. And yet here we are 5 years later now, the tables have been turned. We are all praying for him in that same St. Peter's Square.
As it should be. And many opportunities to pray along with others on Relevant Radio throughout the course of the day, whether it's Mass at noon, the Divine Mercy Chaplet at 3 Central Time, or the Family Rosary across America in the evening at 7 Central Time, or just on your own anytime. Pray for Pope Francis. He'll appreciate that. And that's the way kind of God's equation is supposed to work.
This entire episode of Morning Air is on the Relevant Radio app. The Relevant Radio app is completely free and updated daily with fresh articles, podcasts, and prayers. Don't delay. Download the app today, and thanks for listening.